Hello everybody, welcome to Unit 4, Day 6. Today's video is going to be a little bit shorter than yesterday's was when we we're talking about Andrew Jackson, but today we're going to be focusing on Transcendentalism and communal movements during this time. Being a little bit shorter because I want you to read through the slides and really get to interact and focus on these people and on these communal movements. I think you'll find them interesting, some of their beliefs and exactly what they did and how they operated, especially when you do some more research into them. But when we're talking about Transcendentalism, you're going to see Transcendentalism, for the most part, is going to have a big effect on writing in this country. Also, it's going to have some effects in other places, but really writers and how they write is going to be affected by Transcendentalism. Now, when you look at the slides, you're going to see with Transcendentalism that it gives you this big flowery definition. But really, when you think about Transcendentalism, think about individualism, because that was the focus of Transcendentalism, was on the individual, and basically the individual with Transcendentalism is like the supreme. And you'll see a lot of people that are involved in religion become Transcendentalists and kind of repudiate their past being involved in religion and focus more on Transcendentalism and on this idea of the individual. So you're going to read through and read about some of these Transcendentalists, some of the authors with them, like Margaret Fuller and others, and see like what they wrote and how Transcendentalism would affect what they write. On the same viewpoint, though, you're going to see some anti-Transcendentalists, some guys like Nathaniel Hawthorne, who warn about the concern over too much individualism and what that can actually do to a society. So that's Transcendentalism. You're going to see that would also affect this whole idea of communal movements, where you're going to have these groups coming together and basically setting up their own way of life. So basically buying land, all coming there, living together. Again, communal. That's why it's called a communal movement, is because they are all coming together and trying to create, in their vision, what is a different and more perfect society. You also see the development of Mormonism during this time as well to kind of come out of that idea. So again, these movements, again, would have an effect on literature and other things during this time, and you're going to get to see about that in the slides presentation. I encourage you really to jump into Transcendentalism. I remember the first time I ever taught this, I'm like, man, I don't want to have to teach Transcendentalism. I don't know anything about it. It doesn't sound interesting to me. But once you start reading some of the writings, they are very interesting, especially the selection you're going to read today from On the Duty of Civil Disobedience. I think you'll find that one very, very interesting, which would be written in response to the Mexican-American War, which we will talk about later in the unit. So enjoy jumping into Transcendentalism and the communal movements. Again, check them out, give them time. I think you'll find them very, very interesting, especially if you do some further research into them. Otherwise, have a fantastic day.